So you've decided to go for the coin collecting merit badge. While we can't cover everything in a 7-minute video, this will give you a solid base, or a good recap. Requirement 1. Understand how coins are made and where the active US Mint facilities are located. Modern US coins are struck. In other words, a blank metal circle is prepared, then placed between two dies, metal cylinders with the coin's design engraved in reverse. When struck with enough force, this transfers the design to the coin. Coins for circulation in the US are minted primarily in Philadelphia and Denver, with some also struck at San Francisco and, as of 2019, West Point. Requirement 2. Explain a list of collecting terms. Obverse, the front of a coin. On circulating US coins, this is always the side with a portrait. Reverse, the back of a coin. Reading. The edges of some coins, like nickels, are smooth, and others have small ridges. These ridges, found on dimes and quarters, are reading. Clad. Before 1965, the dime and all higher denominations were made primarily of silver. When silver became too expensive to continue using it in coins, we switched to clad coins, which are actually primarily copper, coated in a copper-nickel alloy. Technically, a clad coin is anything with multiple layers of metal. You can see the layers on the edge of a coin. Typeset. There are many different ways to collect coins, and a typeset is one of them. The idea is that you collect an example of each different type or design of coin. This can be a certain denomination within a certain span of time, or, for the ambitious, every different design made in a country's history. Date set. This is another way to collect. You choose a coin and collect one example of every year that it was minted. Requirement 3. Explain grading terms and encapsulated coins. The grade refers to the condition of a coin. How worn is it? How much detail can you see? It can be measured in words or numbers on a scale from 1 to 70. The terms range from poor to uncirculated, but don't let them fool you. A good coin is actually very, very worn. Some coins are made in proof, which gives them a mirror-like finish. Because these are made differently, proof is a kind of coin, not a grade in and of itself. However, grades are subjective. What one person sees as a fine coin, another might see as very fine. To make it more objective when buying and selling, there are multiple companies that people submit coins to. They are then evaluated by a professional, graded, and placed into a plastic slab. Requirement 4. Know 3 different ways to store a collection and describe the pros and cons. One popular method is to collect slabbed coins. This is the safest way to store them because the slabs are intentionally designed to protect coins from any possible danger. They even offer some protection from fire. Slabbed coins are graded by experts and have the grade on them, making it easier to sell them in some cases. However, coins tend to cost more when already slabbed, and having them graded yourself costs money. Another option is in albums. There are multiple producers of albums which offer a wide range of protection and quality. This is a lot cheaper, but offers significantly less protection for your coins. It also offers you less freedom. An album will determine which dates or types will be part of your set. With other methods, it's up to you. In addition, some types of album only allow you to view one side of your coins, while the more expensive options usually let you see both sides. However, albums don't protect your coins as well as slabs do. Finally, you can choose to use flips in a binder. There are 2 different styles of flip. One is stapled shut and written on, though is a little more risky when removing coins due to the chance of scratching it on a staple end. The other is simply a plastic sleeve, which is harder to write on and lets the coin move around, but is a little safer. Both are a standard size that will fit into coin binder pages. This gives you total freedom about what you include in your set, but isn't always the most aesthetically pleasing and still doesn't offer the protection of slabs. Requirement 5A. Know how to use 2 US or world coin reference catalogs. Most coin reference books are read in a similar fashion, so let's take a look at one. It should be divided into sections based on type, so find the section for the type of coin you have. Then, traditionally down the left-hand side will be a list of dates and mint marks. Find your coin. Be sure you know where to look for the mint mark if your coin has one. Each column will have a different grade, increasing from left to right. Find the grade you believe matches your coin and see where that column intersects with your date. There's your value. Requirement 5B. Read a numismatic magazine or newspaper. There are plenty of different magazines to read, and they can sometimes be found at bookstores in the magazine section. Requirement 6. Describe the state quarter program and collect 5 different examples from circulation. The state quarter program ran from 1999 to 2008 and featured a different reverse design for each state. They released 5 designs per year, and each state's design highlights something unique and important to that state. Be careful when collecting these from circulation. They launched additional quarter programs afterwards, so be sure your examples are from 1999 to 2008. The date is always found at the bottom of the reverse. Requirement 7. Collect a set of each circulating denomination sent through dollar coin and locate the mint mark and designer's initials. This is what a set of current coins should look like. The cent should have a shield on the reverse, and the nickel should have Jefferson off to the side. The dime hasn't changed since 1946, so any dime should work. The quarter should be from 2010 or newer and will be part of the America the Beautiful series, which features national parks on the reverse. The half dollar hasn't changed since 1964, but will probably have to be gotten from a bank. Finally, the dollar coin should be anything from 2000 or newer. It may have Sacagawea on the obverse or one of the presidents. There are multiple series of dollar coins that are still current. Requirement 8. Know who is on paper money and be able to describe legal tender and the Federal Reserve System. These are all of the currently circulating denominations of paper money in the U.S. They feature George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Abraham Lincoln, Alexander Hamilton, Andrew Jackson, Ulysses S. Grant, and Benjamin Franklin. All of these are legal tender, meaning that they are issued by a government and accepted as a valid form of payment. They are distributed through the Federal Reserve System. The country is divided into 12 regions, each with one primary Federal Reserve Bank. Newly printed paper money is shipped directly to them and is then distributed to a total of 25 branch banks. Those 37 banks then distribute it to commercial banks, where it finds its way into consumers' hands. Requirements 9 and 10 are activities, such as collecting 50 foreign coins, collecting a date set of a coin type for every year since you were born, touring a U.S. mint, or drawing colonial-era coins. Look at the official pamphlet to see all of your options and have fun. Coin collecting is a fascinating hobby, filled with history and countless interesting stories if you continue learning more.